What's up everyone, Jake Weidenbach with Nash Power Sports. It's a beautiful morning here on the Bremerton waterfront, and I just want to let you know that if you're thinking of getting into motorcycling, or maybe you tried it once before and it didn't stick, there's no better time than right now to get into riding. There's so many great options for a new rider. The beginning motorcycle segment, or entry-level motorcycles, they've become quite good, and it's a really competitive segment at the moment. I got to spend the last 4 or 5 days riding around on one of those options, and even though I'm a pretty experienced rider, this bike was a ton of fun, and it just impressed me with its overall performance, fun factor, user friendliness. And that's this right here, the all-new 2024 Kawasaki Eliminator. Really fun little cruiser style motorcycle. But I think what I really enjoyed about it is that it doesn't ride or handle like a typical cruiser. Cruisers just aren't really my jam. I understand they're very popular with a lot of people. They're customizable. They've got a really specific look and sound, but it's just not a style that really resonates with me. I tend to like adventure riding and like sport touring. I also really like naked sport bikes. Those are the bikes that I tend to have the most fun on. But this bike, wow, fun little package. It's got the parallel twin engine from the Z500 and Ninja 500, so it's definitely got a playful, sporty little engine. It's fun to rev out, and they retuned it a little bit for more torque in this bike. Some things that new riders are really going to appreciate about this motorcycle: it's got a very low seat height. All but the very shortest riders are going to have no problem touching the ground on this bike. It sits really close to the ground. This bike's got great lean angles. It handles corners on a curvy road better than a cruiser has any business doing. So this thing is a blast through the twisties, fun to rev out that little motor. And I think the styling of this bike is really cool looking. It's definitely got it's got a presence to it. You know, this bike competes with the Honda Rebel 500, one of the best-selling entry-level motorcycles. And I'm quite familiar with that bike. I spent a couple years working at a Honda dealership. It's a good motorcycle, but I would much rather have this. This is way cooler looking, and I think it's got a better engine. Very neutral ergonomics on this bike. You don't have the feet forward foot pegs that a lot of cruisers have. I do not like that. I like my feet under me. This bike feels nimble. It's narrow between your legs, and you're in a good riding position. It's got a digital little instrument cluster here with a tachometer, gear indicator, your miles per hour, gives you your fuel consumption, gives you a decent amount of information. Yeah, fun bike, and for the price, hard to beat. You know, you can get this bike, it's right around $6,400. There's a few different models. There's a base model, there's an ABS model, and then there's a special edition model. The special edition comes with a two-tone paint scheme. It also comes with a little fairing around the headlight and a couple other options. It comes with a power outlet and such, but that's up to you. It costs a few $100s more for that version. But yeah, I enjoyed my time on this bike. I went exploring the waterfronts in Bremerton and Port Orchard on this. People like the way it looks. I asked some people when I stopped what they thought of it, and in general, it was well received. You know, cruisers tend to be heavy motorcycles. They generally have a V-twin air-cooled engine in them, which is old technology, and they're not known for being super agile through the corners. This is a really fun bike on a twisty road, really fun to rev out that engine, and I just think new riders have a really cool option if they consider the Eliminator. I would love to put you on one of these, let you sit on it at our store, or get you any information that you need on it. Come see me at Nash Power Sports, and let's make a deal.